Cristiano Ronaldo has been at the pinnacle of the game for over a decade. He has 5 Ballon d'Ors to his name, as well as the reputation of being the current Champions League record goalscorer, with over 600 goals scored across his long and illustrious career for both club and country. Ronaldo now faces a new challenge: age. For many years at Real Madrid, the volume of games had never been an issue, but while years of congested fixture lists can allow for trophy cabinets to be filled, there is a physical knock-on effect to suffer. At 33 years of age, Ronaldo has had to take a long look at how he trains, his physique, how he plays, and ultimately what can ease any notion of his decline. This season and last, Zinedine Zidane has encouraged Ronaldo to do something previously unthinkable: to sit games out, prioritise others, and to take rests when required. Alongside his mentality changing, so too has his role out on the pitch, with a serious ligament injury picked up in the Euro 2016 final, forcing reality to set in perhaps a little more prematurely than first planned. For many years at Madrid, Ronaldo took up his position on the left wing with no room for debate. His pace, tricks, and explosive acceleration made him a constant threat when jinking in field onto his right foot. His knuckleball-style long-range finishes were trademark, with Gareth Bale's arrival to the club in September 2013 seeing the rise of the BBC: Bale, Benzema and Cristiano. Real Madrid's 3 flying forwards featured in a 4-3-3 which asked a lot of opponents, with their pace in the wide areas linking nicely with the more selfless central figure of Benzema. Ronaldo boasted acceleration and physicality, with his hours in the gym resulting in a hulking presence that could generate power to both protect possession and strike the ball ferociously. His explosive edge was what defined him, frightened opponents, and allowed him to create something out of nothing. If the ball found its way down the right-hand side, Cristiano's towering leap could always be of use at the back post, too. After seasons of gallivanting in field and returning from injury, having missed pre-season in 2017, Ronaldo needed to reinvent himself, but the scenery around him also needed to change to allow this to happen. Whether used in a front 2 or 3, Ronaldo would remain more static and pick his moments. Marcelo and Dani Carvajal would be relied upon to bring width to the attack, with Karim Benzema given closer company by the Portuguese striker. Similarly, Isco came into the picture as a key man at the tail end of last season, and this helped reduce Ronaldo's role further. He would no longer need to create his own chances as much. Instead, he could be more predatory, exert less energy, and sniff out chances once crosses were swung in from wide areas. Real Madrid's 4-2 win over Bayern Munich in the 16-17 edition of the Champions League was the showcase for this change. Rather than creating and finishing, Ronaldo meticulously polished off the chances that came his way to fire home a memorable hat-trick. Back in December 2017, Zinedine Zidane opted for a 4-2-4 system in a 5-0 win against Sevilla, with Marco Asensio and Lucas Vazquez deployed on the flanks in midfield and 2 deeper central midfielders left with the task of holding down the fort. It was the first window into how to get the best out of Ronaldo this time around after a damp start to the 17-18 campaign in La Liga. A 5-2 win against Real Sociedad in February bore the same hallmarks, with Real Madrid then going on to knock Paris Saint-Germain out of the Champions League in March, with their wide men still leading the way. Benzema and Ronaldo would set up as a front 2, as much of the creativity was left in the midfield's hands. Marco Asensio and Lucas Vazquez would combine for the first goal of the evening in Paris, with a well-weighted cross nodded home by Ronaldo at the back post. His average position on the night showed him to be the point of the attack. Benzema could drop deeper at times to link up, but it would be Ronaldo that would be able to quickly position himself in and around the box whenever Real Madrid broke at speed. Ronaldo's age has forced his hand. No longer can he stretch himself thin across too many games or take unnecessary risks. From a flying wide man to a more measured central striker, Los Blancos have shown that they have the energy and creativity to continue to give ammunition to a forward whose aim needs no fine-tuning. He may not be the Cristiano of old, but even at the age of 33, there is still plenty of time to add further honours to an already plentiful list.